How's it going, guys? It's Ricky with TechUp Solutions. I am going to apologize in advance. I'm taking a flight right now from Houston or from Dallas back to Arizona. I just want to make a quick video for you guys on how to break down a stock, hopefully in about 5 minutes. This is not the only way that you can do it. I just want to, for those that are going to be watching this pre-market hours, I'm going to show you kind of like what my routine is, and I hope that it can guide you guys in the right direction. If it does, feel free to give it a thumbs up, and if you guys haven't done so already, feel free to subscribe. We do have 45,000 members within our group. We'd love to have you as a part of our community, and I apologize for the interruptions that we're going to be hearing. I am group 9, so I'm going to have to be boarding soon, but just I think I can break it down in time. So I am using the TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim platform. I'm using my momentum scanner, and you guys can see the certain studies and how I have it set up, so you guys can mimic exactly what it is that I have. Obviously, it's 6:43 a.m. here in Dallas, Texas, which means that the market does not open almost in about still to 2 hours. So, volume is not really a thing right now. Therefore, I can put like 50 volume. All right, so I'm the next group right now. But let's go ahead and go down the list and start looking at these stocks, and we can start breaking them down. So let's go to BCRX. So we go to the chart, BCRX. So looking at BTRX, this is like a gap scanner, so hopefully it pops up in time. So it was trading at $5.24. Right now it's highs of $6.20. We just want to make sure something that I like to do is verify the news. If I can verify the news, then the reason that, it saw such a huge increase, I look at previous trends and I can see that, this is kind of a really high point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my alerts. If it breaks above 625, then we can see highs of day. And then, I can decide to jump back in if the momentum and the volume is there. Most likely, this is going to be a stock that sees a pump up and then is slowly going to be riding down. So I'm not too interested in that one. At least it's not one that I'm crazy about. So PZRX. PZRX. And I apologize if I'm going fast. Again, you guys can rewind after watching it. So PZRX, if we go to a simple 3-day analysis, 20-minute charting, so we can see that yesterday had a really solid day. Went from lows of 85 cents or 80 cents highs to 155. Looks like it's still trying to hold above 120. Had a little bit of a pullback right at market open. And this would be interesting to see if we can continue this upward trend holding above this EMA line. That would be my goal. I would like to see it hold continuously above 120 and then overall resistance at 150. But as well as if it breaks 150 or 155, it can make highs of day. So I think this can be one to potentially keep your eyes on. So let's go ahead and look at LC. Again, these are just ones that are popping up. This is way before the market opens, so obviously volume is not a huge indicator. This one went from lows of 594 to highs of 637. That's decent. Let's see, 20-day analysis. Okay, it's a pretty common trend actually. It usually bounces anywhere from $5.90 to $6. That would have been nice to know as of yesterday. And then hits highs of $6. So that would have been a pretty nice swing. It's about 5% gain. I kind of think it's, if you guys look at the previous trend, looks like this is usually where it peaks out at. So again, resistance, this is usually where it bounces at support. It looks like it's done all its margin. If anything, this would be more of a stock that I would short than anything like that, than actually buy in and try to sell for a profit. CYCC. CYC. I want to find one good one and then break it down, but I have not found a good one just yet. So CYCC, not too interested on this one. So it's already hitting a double top here at 186. Let's look at the 5-minute chart and see kind of if it's continuing its upward trend or if it's kind of flatlined. I remember this one was kind of relevant within the past 10 days. I got a couple of alerts. That, that's me. It actually. Alrighty. Looks like it has a resistance at about $2. So I think this one can be a good. So again, this one can be a decent one. That comes down to making new high days. So looks like I haven't found a good way to going down my list. But yeah, let's go ahead and try one more. And more as F's. Okay, well, that was a day. Oh, let's talk about AMD. Not too sure if you guys, we talk about AMD all the time. AMD is Advanced Micro Devices. It's a company that is partnered with Apple. They just talked about a potential merger with Tesla. And for all those that, are going to want to be day trading, then this one's going to be a little bit more volatile than usual. So what I mean by that is if you guys could see, it was at $13 yesterday, which is a pretty high point for that specific stock. After market hours, its highs of 474, and it looks like it's doing that same thing. So it looks like it has a support at about 1350, which was an old resistance, becomes a new support level, and resistance now at 1475. So that's a dollar, almost, you know, $1.25 of potential profit. That's about 10%. So that's huge. If you can buy low, sell high, then that would be pretty much it. So the way that I would break this down is, okay, we identified this margin, this trend of where it bounces at, where it peaks out at. So it comes down to, like, you know, look, first it peaked out right here and it's seen a downward trend. So if we can get to close to 1350, I'm going to wait for the break above the EMA or for it to bounce off the VWAP, some sort of indicator that it's validating this 1350 support. If it does that, you know, I can get in at around, like, you know, even 1375. I'll buy in at 1375. I'll plan to sell anything above, you know, 1425. I would be more than happy with 3.56% for a quick little day trade. But overall, my goal would be to sell at 475. That's 7% potential for profit. And if I get in here, I want to stop loss if it goes below, you know, like 2% below 1350. So therefore, I'll stop loss at like 1336, as I think that would be a good indication. 1335. So I'll risk about no more than 3% of my potential for profit overall on the long run for the day. Realistically, that can be done within 1 day, since this movement has all been done within, you know, a couple hours. Would be about, you know, 8%. Therefore, my potential profit is much greater than my potential for loss. I know where I'm buying, I know where I'm selling, I know where I'm cutting my losses, I'm managing my risk, and I'm investing because the stock is relevant. I'm investing in this stock because I can identify this trend, I understand it, and not because of someone else's opinion. The MACD indicator is indicating that it's more of a buy right now. RSI is kind of in the middle, but I would just like to see how the volume reacts, and making sure that you don't force your trade, right? If you see that it's not, you know, performing the way that you want it to, or you're trying to get in at a low point, but it continues to see a downward trend, understand the importance of cutting losses. So I just wanted to make a quick little video. So hopefully this is only 5 minutes, and I hope the quality is at least good enough. And it comes down to, wow, there are actually people tuning in. I did not know that there were going to be people tuning in. It's like, oh, that's me.
I did A34. Final call for Phoenix at A34.
Guys, there will be another video that I will be uploading in just a couple minutes, and it should be available at 5:30 Mountain Standard Time. So I thank you guys again for tuning in. If you guys can share it with the group, I wish you guys the best of luck at Market Open. And like always, guys, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.